Hello, my sacred ones. I'm Savina Leo, and welcome to another episode of the Sacred Sutra podcast, where I break down spiritual concepts so you can understand and integrate them into your everyday life. Today, I wanted to talk about femininity, but not femininity in the way that we've been taught, but fierce femininity. Divine femininity encompasses many things, and there are two sides, and one has been exclusively taught us as women. It's the compassionate, gentle, nurturing side of femininity, which is needed and valid. But on the other side of that coin is a suppressed and repressed femininity. It's a fiercer energy to what we've been told is feminine energy. It's made up of this wild, unstoppable, fully expressed, worthy, unapologetic, chaotic, messy, powerful, doesn't give a fuck, sexual, savage femininity. And we see this side in nature. There's almost just two sides to nature where she is a beautiful sunny day, a warm sunny day, or a gentle rain that encourages growth and nourishes you. But she also embodies energy in a very radical, transformative way through hurricanes and tornadoes and earthquakes that destroy the old so the new can emerge. She has this angry side to her that we see, but we also understand that it's part of the balance, which leads me to anger within the feminine. Women are taught to suppress their anger, that it's not for us, that it's wrong if we get angry, it doesn't look good on us, that it should be a part of us that is disowned. Unfortunately, when we suppress our anger, we are suppressing our power, and it means we can't really tap into the strength of who we are. Learning to feel and express our anger in a healthy way is probably the best thing we could ever do for our femininity. It's why around our periods we get super fucking pissy, because when there is no place for our anger to go, it will come out when it doesn't have a choice. There is just so much guilt and shame around our anger as women, and we rationalize it as it not being spiritual enough, like spiritual people don't get angry, which is not true. And for some people who have very intense fire energy, the only way out of anger is through it. Meaning the only way to really reset yourself is to feel and be angry. I remember when I first started to study astrology, I realized that I was made up of mainly fire elements. And then my second element was air, which feeds fire. So it made me just pure fire energy and just this like tornado of flames. And it suddenly made all my passion and my energy and my anger and my fierceness, all of it made sense to me. Because I was never going to be one of those women that handle things in a very sweet and gentle manner. I was always going to be the woman that fuck shit up, and I became very okay with that. Passive women just never resonated with me, and I only resonated with fire goddesses and priestesses, and they were the ones that were calling me. They call me to do what I do in my own unique way, which is balls to the wall, flaming sort of truth way. I had to embrace my fiery self, and I'm lucky that I grew up in my religion with many examples of goddesses who were just all pure fire. In Hinduism, when the gods had problems that they couldn't solve, which is usually another being with a huge ego and they couldn't deal with it themselves, they wouldn't call on like the passive females or any other gods. They would call on Mother Kali and Mother Durga to come do the work. And these women are wild, unstoppable, undefeated energy. They destroyed ego not with compassion or nurturing and love, because they all understood that that wouldn't work. They destroyed it with a power and an aggression that only a woman can bring to the table. And it's not only Hinduism or Indian culture that recognizes this. There are many goddesses of war in other cultures like Athena or Freya or Sekhmet. They're all goddesses that were put there because of their fierceness, or giving a position because of how fierce they were. Understanding this can help you understand that fierceness as a woman is our birthright. And when you don't allow yourself to feel or express anger, you lose the ability to fully express yourself. Meaning your throat chakra and your solar plexus chakra start to shut down. Your life starts to feel super stuck, and within your body, there starts to be a buildup of tension, and you can get chronic pain, anxiety, and depression from not dealing with your anger. So shrinking yourself or making yourself small by denying the powerful parts of you, there's no space for that anymore. And there's also a special place in our universe for men who can hold space for their fierce feminine partners that worship this powerful femininity. And it takes a special kind of man to recognize that and appreciate that in women. I just wanted to shout out those incredible men who really hold space for us in that way. So how can you start to express your inner fierce feminine? Well, one, you have to start being okay with the messy parts of you and the parts of you that is allowed to be angry and resentful and all those dark parts of you that you don't want others to see. You have to accept that within yourself. And you have to give her space to express what she needs to express so she doesn't take up too much space in your life where she starts to overwhelm your life. Another great way to do this is through dance, and I'm lucky that I come from a culture that really celebrates women and dancing. And dance really helps you embody this inner wild energy that can be released through movement of the body and music and connecting to yourself. You can listen to some Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Rihanna. They're all examples of fierce femininity that make music. For me, another way to express my fierce feminine energy is through tattoos. I feel like they express who I really am. And again, I come from a culture where my great grandmother had tattoos on her, and I always thought it was just so badass. So I get tattoos in honor of my inner fierce energy. A simple thing like speaking up for yourself, and it sounds super simple, but a lot of women are taught to be quiet and not to be heard. And women that stand up for themselves, and I say themselves and not other people, because it's really easy for women to stand up for others and their needs, but when it comes to their own needs, they can't speak up for themselves. So speaking up for yourself is a very powerful way to start stepping into your fierce femininity. Embodying your fierce feminine energy is what is going to shift your lives and the lives of others. The more we step into our power is the faster that we're going to elevate the collective into its power. So the next time you get angry, remember that it is your sacred right to be angry, and suppressing it will further damage your spiritual growth. And we could end with this little affirmation that you could say with me. I was born to be a fierce goddess. I was born to be a fierce fire priestess. I was born to be too much. And I was born to be wild. If you guys enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with another feminine who you think would enjoy it. If you want to find me on social media platforms, you could find me on Instagram at I am Savina Leo. I have a waitlist for my manifestation masterclass that will be linked down below. You can also download for free my 21 Radical Affirmations for Manifesting. It's a unique collection of affirmations that have worked for me, and you can find that in the show notes. That's it. Until next time, guys.